Hey, sis.
Hey sis, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Everybody, we want to give you guys a special thank you for being patient with us as we took the much time needed for mental health.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We needed just a little break, because at the end of the day, we are human as well. We are not machines. And we're very new to this podcast world. So
Yes.
we appreciate your patience as we took that day off of last week. And we appreciate your continued patience as we find our footing.
And yes, and as you know, new episodes of SistaTalks have been posted every Tuesday. And due to the recent updates, we are adjusting our uploading schedule to every other Tuesday.
Yes, yes. So we appreciate your understanding and your continued support for our show.
Yes. Okay, now that we got that out the way, let's get this party started. And so let's start off with our excitement about this R&B tour. As we previously mentioned, we went through that long and drawn out process to get our tickets.
Oh, girl, yes. And I know that we previously mentioned that we would save our time of telling you guys when and where we're going. So we figured the time is now, and we collectively chose to go to the Atlanta location.
Yes.
Yep. It's Usher's hometown. And anytime you go to a celebrity's hometown, they're going to show out in the best way.
Almost definitely. I agree.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And on top of that, they've been adding, since we've got our tickets, they've added 2 extra days to to that location alone. So
that show is ATL's gonna be lit regardless. So
exactly.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited because I've never been to Atlanta.
Really?
So really, girl, really.
Oh,
I mean, I've been to the airport passing through, but I never been in the city. So this is gonna be very exciting for me.
Girl, you will love it because I've been there twice, and so it reminds you a little of California, but just I feel like it's a little busier. So you will kind of be used to it, but then you'll kind of be like, okay, it's pretty busy here. And so
okay, well, hey, I'm excited. And any of our viewers, listeners that are in Atlanta, hey, comment below if you're going too, because I know we excited. So we want to share the excitement with all y'all. So definitely let us know if you're going to Atlanta one, and what show you're going to, because I believe they have 4. So I'm not sure which one. They have a Saturday, Sunday, and then is it a Tuesday, Wednesday or something like that?
I think.
Yeah.
But it's through the weekday.
So far in advance. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's so far in advance. I can't remember what the days with the time, all that stuff. But I'm just excited to be going to Atlanta. It's going to be my first time, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a blast.
Oh yes, me too. And if you guys do run into us, we'll say hi.
Yeah,
we'll
say hi to us.
Yes, we would like to.
Yeah, especially if you're a listener or whatever. Say hi, because I know I be checking. I've seen that we have at least 2 listeners that are in Atlanta. So if you are listening and you are going to the concert or whatever, then definitely say hi, and we'll say hi back.
Oh yes, we don't bite, guys.
Nah, we're really nice. We're great people.
Yes. Okay. So we got a little too excited. So
sorry.
Get back. No, it's okay. And so, sis, I do have a question.
What's up, girl?
Who do you think the openers will be?
That right there, that's good, because I was thinking about that too, because with it being you have 2 male headliners, I think it would be cool if they had some female openers, just to balance it out. And because it kind of takes me back to the 2024 BET Awards when Usher got the Lifetime Achievement Award, and the majority of the performers were female, and they dominated those performances. I was not expecting that.
I was like, okay, girl power. And I think it was amazing that Usher did. I don't know if he chose them or not, but I just think it's nice that they did go with all females, something different. Because you don't really see that at the achievements. You don't really see all females doing for a male. That's
exactly.
I thought that was pretty
They'll
cool.
usually try and match the voices and everything. Maybe since he's a singer, it kind of worked that way. But that was the first time I've ever seen a whole bunch of females paying tribute to a male artist.
Same.
And I was so that kind of had me thinking okay, that actually might be a good idea for this tour, you know?
I agree. And plus, you want to soften it up a little. So, adding like a female to it, I feel like that will even out the concert. So, we will have that female touch, and then we can get to that male touch afterwards. So, I think it will work out. In my opinion, I feel that Summer Walker will be perfect since she has a song with both of them. And they were hit songs too. Like for like for Usher, she has Come Through, which is on her album. And that had like a sample from his You Make Me Wanna. So, you know, that would be cool that he could do. Oh, I just thought of something. I'm sorry.
Girl. Spill it, girl.
So he could do like You Make Me Wanna. He could perform that song and then boom, bring out Summer Walker to do.
Oh my gosh, that would be so good.
Yeah, that'd be like
that would be
a nice transition.
Oh my gosh. That would be, and Summer Walker, that she would be great because she also has experience with headlining because she also was the headliner for the Breezy Bowl. So
see, that's perfect. So she will be the perfect person because after they do that, then they can do Good. And then once they do that song, she can, you know, get off stage. Usher can do her thing. And then when Chris Brown comes, they do have 2 songs together. One is Something Real. And then the other one is Baby. And when I listened to that one, it had like a sample, like I think it was a Mariah Carey song that it sampled, but I liked it. It was cute. So I think she can come back out for that and they can perform together. And then after that, you know, she'll be that will be over and then they can go back on with their male tour.
Exactly. No, I like that. You know, Summer Walker would be a great opener. Yeah. But you know, I got another one too.
Oh, who's the other one?
So hear me out. Okay, hear me out. So what do you feel about Kehlani?
Oh, I love Kehlani. I love her. She's from the West Coast too.
Get it? Yes. No, and because the reason I say that is because she recently had a new album that came out.
Oh yes.
Like what? Last month or so, I want to say.
It was.
I think. It was in April. So yeah, and she has a song with Usher on there.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, Shoulda Never. And it's a beautiful song. Yeah. And I feel like it mends both of their voices just perfectly.
Perfect. Yes, because the sound of it, Usher was the perfect person for that sound because I added it to my playlist once I heard it. I was like, okay, I gotta add it to my playlist. But it's
for sure. No, I love it when a good collab is just that, a great collab. I think that definitely both having Kehlani and Summer Walker as like the openers, it would be a strong opening for the concert, and I feel like it would really set the tone.
I agree because one, I mean, Summer Walker's an amazing singer, and then 2, Kehlani, she can also, I think she can dance. Yeah, she could dance too. So like it will have both different type of tones. So I think they will even out for the tour, and I think they will be perfect choices.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree, 100%.
Okay, so both Usher and CB, aka Chris Brown, have women who constantly are throwing themselves at them and willing to do anything for their attention. Unfortunately,
true.
But I know. It makes you wonder, like, how do they balance their own like personal relationship? Because on one hand, you have Usher, who is newly married within the last 2 years. And then on the other hand, you have CB, who is in a relationship, or I think he's in a relationship with no plans of marriage at all. So it's like, what is your opinion on that with that?
You're right. I think that it's very common in the industry to choose not to settle. Because if you think about it, these artists, male and female, they are just being constantly thrown, like people are just constantly throwing themselves at them, and it's like, you know, I get it, wanting to leave your options open and everything, and then, you know, it's to each his own, you know, there's a lot of endless reasons of why people wouldn't want to settle down other than that fact. It's, you know, people can have commitment issues, fear of divorce, you know, etc. You know, there's a lot of factors that come into play of why people don't feel the need to settle down. But my question is for you, would you say it's more common for both women and men to purposely choose not to marry, or is it more common with one gender over the other?
So for a while, there were like only two widely known options when it came to a relationship. And so that is either to be monogamous or single. But now what I've been like seeing nowadays is getting more common for people to opt into a poly relationship. And it's just crazy. Well, I mean, in my opinion, it's just crazy how much you see how many people believe in those poly relationships. And so, what are your thoughts on poly?
Yeah, I can see how for us it would be a certain way because we're both like we're both on one side, and with us both being so into one side of it and being used to it and everything, it does you have to put the other side into perspective.
Yeah.
And and so leading with ignorance, I would be like, oh, it's a cop out for having commitment issues. And like it's just an excuse for to be with more than one person without getting in trouble with your partner. But I had to do some research, girl, because I didn't want to go into this being one-sided, I wanted to just literally just see it in different aspects. And when I did some research, it really did put things into perspective. I realized it's more than just having multiple partners at a time. It's actually something that people take serious. Like I had no idea that it was literally like that,
Oh, yes, it is.
I can't help but feel like it could be a bit circumstantial because I know that I'm probably going to get a lot of criticism for this just for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway because I can't. But when it comes to the whole Chris Brown and Rihanna relationship, and I'm not going to go too deep into this, I promise. When it comes to their past relationship, I believe they had a really strong connection with one another. And obviously it didn't work out. We're not going to get into it because everybody knows the story. There's no need to go any further than that. But I feel when someone feels like the one that got away, sometimes it's hard for you to fully give your heart to someone else in the same way that you have given it before.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, and so I feel like I don't know his reasons of why he's not settling down. Like, that's his own prerogative, like, power to him.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would be able to understand it. Just as just me putting things into my own understanding. I feel like it would make sense if that's how he feels, of like, just not wanting to be wholeheartedly giving himself, because that's a lot of time. That's a lot of energy. And, and with all what he has going on and just all in life with everyone's got going on, it would make sense if that was a reason why.
Yes.
But, and so I would get it. And I'm not trying to put the title that Chris is in a poly relationship. I'm definitely not saying that. But since we're on the subject, there is another popular artist.
And who is that?
There is another popular artist that has a strong female base and a female fan base. And he has been open in the past of sharing his poly lifestyle. And that is Neo.
Yes.
I know that he introduced us to all 4 of his girlfriends. And like, in hindsight, it could be like, oh my gosh, he's crazy, but that's the ignorance talking. We want to, lead with facts.
Right.
And so hearing his explanation, I saw a couple of interviews and everything, and just hearing how he explains it all, it kind of made sense, and I can understand it from his perspective, I guess, because when he knew how he was when it came to relationships. And I think that is a wise thing for a lot of people to know how they are. Either you are with that one, or you have to be with some.
Yes.
And he knew that. And he also knew that disrespect wasn't an option. And I can respect that, because it's like, okay, you are putting in the factor of other women's, their feelings.
Right.
And so, and the fact is, he was honest and he was open. And it's basically like, here are my terms. This is what I want to do. And he communicated that. And he's, like, this is what I want to do moving forward. And it is what it is. And it worked for him. So, and I feel like, I'm not sure who was the first one. Like, I'm very new to this topic here and everything. But, I feel like celebrities in general, when they start broadcasting about their relationships, whether it's poly or whatever, they start broadcasting about that online, it's automatically going to trend. And whether people were open to it before and now since they've seen it, they want to continue it, or if they just feel the need, oh, now I can express myself, then it is what it is. But I feel like that's pretty much how it goes once a celebrity gets involved in that type of situation.
And I agree totally with all that you said. And there's probably like many celebrities out there that are like in the same boat as Neo. And so I just feel like as long as everybody in that relationship have like an agreement, then it works for them. Like there was even a TV show called Sister Wives. I don't know if you heard about that show.
Oh, I heard of that show.
Yes, like I was like I just was interested and was like looking at some of the episodes, and it's just it's amazing how like people put in perspective of how they do want the relationships. And I know in that show, like at first it did work for some of them, but then some of the wives were like starting not to come eye to eye, and so some of them wanted to get out of it. And so I guess like again, it just all comes to the agreement that the people in the relationship, if they do agree with it, because if they agree with it, then that's what works for them. And it's not, we're not judging nobody who does want a poly relationship,
right?
And so if that's what some people want, then that's for you. Unfortunately,
exactly.
I mean, it's not for me. But I mean, what works for you, and what makes you happy makes you happy. And so
exactly,
I do want to get more into dealing with poly. So I feel the people may be genuine, but for others, I do feel that they may use poly to avoid, like you mentioned, to avoid commitment because they're not emotionally ready to be committed to just one person. And real commitment does take accountability, consistencies, emotional effort. And unfortunately, not everybody is ready for that. And so again, with you mentioning with the celebrities, some people may look at that as a trend. So for that, it is a real lifestyle for them because they're going by what is trending. And so that's why they are following that type of trend because that's what they see. And also people sometimes try things because it looks good or it sounds like freeing in the moment, but they don't realize like being poly does require a lot of work. Because it's not just one person.
I can only imagine.
Yes, because it's not just one person you're focusing on, and one person requires a lot of work. So just imagine like more people added to that equation.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, yes. Like that's crazy.
Like I don't know how they do it, but kudos to those who do have successful poly relationships. Kudos to you guys, but that would be too much for me. It's just too much.
Yeah. No, because being in a like you were saying, like being in a relationship that takes a toll on your emotions.
Yeah.
Like like it naturally took me personally, it naturally took me some time to come to terms with my emotions. And in fact, I'm still a work in progress.
Oh yeah.
So, and that's just with me, expressing myself to one person. I mean, the thought of sharing my emotions with a group of people,
that's a lot.
I feel like that would make me spiral out of control.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate having the exclusivity, if that's even a word, but because listen, I'm an only child. I naturally don't like to share.
See?
So, I mean, that's just me. But at the end of the day, I can still understand someone else's point of view and, through like a clear lens without judging them negatively on it, because it's not my situation. So it wouldn't really make sense for me to judge it negatively, because if it works for them, then that's all that matters, because they're the ones that's in the relationship. I'm not in that. They are. So as long as they're comfortable and they're cool with it, then it's like, hey, that works. At the end of the day, it's all about respect and communication.
Exactly.
Amongst other things, but those are like main things. And as long as people are feeling respected and they're communicating that with one another, then power to you.
Yes, I was about to say the same thing. More power to them, because
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh, Lord. And even though I'm not an only child, I don't like to share either. I just can't picture sharing my significant other with others, because
Yeah.
what is mine is mine. And I just can't share.
No,
I'm
of
sorry.
course.
I can't.
No, you take pride in what's yours,
Yes,
that it's a
exactly.
joy of saying like that's mine,
Yes, and that's just, to me, that's a great feeling for me, just to like have that one person who's focused on you and you're focused on them, because you don't have to worry about, like you said, worrying about different things. and and then it does, like, it's some emotional sharing, I would say, like, that
Oh
is
yeah.
deeper than what people do realize, because it's not just physical, because anybody can do like physical stuff, and then some people will just be like, okay, I did the physical, but I'm okay, like it doesn't affect me as much. But when it comes to that emotional sharing, that is like more about the connection, the attention, and the energy. And so, in my opinion, that is harder to share more than anything else. Because once you get that emotional connection with someone, that's hard to break. For me, it's not about like exclusivity, like being about control. It's more about being like feeling secure within your relationship, safe, and also not having to question like, where do I stand? Because in some poly relationships where I just seen from like shows or like social media, sometimes some of them have like statuses, like you could tell who's the main one, and then you could
Oh
tell
yeah.
like the ones who are just like, I mean, I won't say side pieces, because they're not sides since they're in a relationship, but I mean, they're just below the main one, basically.
Yeah, they're like the add-ons after the relationship was already
Yes,
established, and they're
exactly.
like, yeah, I get it.
Okay, yes. And so with that, it's like nobody want well, I know I wouldn't want to question where I stand with somebody, and I need that clarity and emotional security so I can feel secure in my relationship. And I just feel
Yeah.
like the emotional connection would hurt more, because that is where like the real attachment does happen. Physical can just be in the moment, but emotional means like that's something that you are building. And so playing with your emotional, that is something that is tough. And so it will take somebody who's strong, who can handle a poly type of relationship, because again, if you have like an emotional like connection where you feel that you can't share, then it's not going to
Yeah.
work for you.
Yeah, and then that also brings up another thing. It's like, what about jealousy?
Mm.
Like, how does that factor in? You think it's non-existent in poly relationships, or
So I don't think the jealousy just goes away. I think it is more like natural. And so to me, it's more like how you manage it and not pretending that it's not there. And so I also feel like there are double standards, because they're like what one person is okay with doing, they're not always okay with what they're receiving in the relationship, if that makes sense.
it does.
And so if it is easy to want that freedom, but it does hit different when it's like your partner doing the same thing. So you just have to ask yourself, like, if the roles were reversed, would you feel the same?
Yeah, and honestly, like I think if you are a jealous person, you shouldn't be in a relationship, period.
That part.
Like, whether you're with one person or five,
Yeah.
if you have a jealous mindset, then you have trust issues.
Yeah.
And if you have trust issues, then a relationship it's not for you, because one of the main important aspects of a relationship is trust. And
Yes.
so with being jealous, you're already starting it off on a toxic level.
Yes.
Yeah, like it won't work.
At all.
And yeah, and if it is a true agreement and you're honest with yourself, then I don't see it being a double standard, honestly. Because if you go into a relationship with false pretenses or wanting to please others, that's when you run into trouble. If one partner says, oh, I want a poly relationship, and you're not interested in it, but you just go along with it just to please them, then later on down the line, that's definitely going to work against you. Like, you literally both have to be on the same page for moving forward if you're going to move forward together.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And if it's one thing I learned about love, it's that it's not a game.
No.
You know, it's a serious matter and it should be dealt with very carefully. And if you're not in the mind space to handle love delicately, then you need to stay single. Keep it casual. Don't commit to anything.
Basically.
You know, because having a broken heart is not for the weak, okay? No. You know, there's some people that never really recover from a broken heart. And it's unfortunate of that situation. So if you know that about yourself, then you need to stay true to yourself and be upfront with it and let people know, like, hey, I'm not trying to be exclusive right now. I'm trying to be just casual with it. And I feel like, you know, honesty is better than trying to please others, and it'll take you a lot further, and you'll be more respected because you've already laid all your cards out on the table ahead of time. You're not leading anyone on, and you're not allowing that potential heartbreak to come in the future.
You might as well just be honest. If you don't think you can handle it, don't go into it. And especially like you mentioned, going into a relationship with like jealousy tendencies, it's not going to work at all. And so what I've learned that love, it isn't just like a feeling. It is consistency, effort, and how someone shows up for you over time. And so love is also real, and it's something that you have to protect and not take for granted. And I used to think that love was supposed to feel like exciting all the time, but now I value peace more than anything, because having peace is important, even in relationships too, because I mean, again, yes, love, it can be exciting in a moment, but if you don't have that peace with it, it can cause like a rift in the relationship. And so with that, like, excitement can come and go, but peace is what keeps you grounded. And I just think, the way I do see how love has changed over time is what I used to accept. Like, now I want to accept it. And that's all due I mean, we all need to experience love in different type of ways, because that does help with our growth. So when we do find that right person for us, we will know how to handle that type of love, because with growth, it does teach you what you actually need and not what you want at that moment. And so, like, I can just say, like, with me, I did experience love with my late husband. And so we did, of course, have ups and downs, but we worked for each other. And like, a love like that is hard to come again. It does take, I mean, I'll eventually, when the time is right, I will find love again. But it's like, once you have that special type of love and that bond with that person, don't take it for granted, please, because once you lose it, you can't get it back.
It's gone.
Yes.
It's gone. Like, even if someone, like, forgives you and everything and all that stuff, it's still going to be in the back of their mind. Like, it's not necessarily holding a grudge, but it's just you're going to, anytime any behaviors act similar, then you're going to filter back to, oh gosh, you know, is it history repeating itself, or you know, it's always that factor. And then, you know, and then it can lead to just down a domino effect of just like, I don't know if I can go through this again, you know. It really it taints you.
It does. And it's just like, love is just so sacred. It's like, once you experience it and then you lose it, it's like, it's hard to, like, you're scared to fall in love again, because it's like, you don't want to, like, go through those heartbreaking stages again, where you, like you mentioned, like, you come across somebody and then they're not that right person for you. Is like, starting over is scary. Hopefully, you know, again, like I said, I will come across that love again, but again, you guys don't take it for granted.
Exactly. You know, you might find yourself in a monogamous relationship, or you might find yourself in a poly.
No. No. The first one, yes. The second one, no.
No, but listen, okay, real talk, no filter, okay? Like,
let's go.
Okay. Now, I know you've stated your opinion, but after all the research, after all of the different perspectives, could you could you possibly do a poly, or would you try it, or would that make you want to leave?
Honestly, no.
I knew it. I knew it.
No, because I know myself and I'm not built to share like an emotional space like that. I mean, I wouldn't try it, not because I'm judging it. I mean, more power to those who are okay with poly, but because I know what I need, and that is clarity, consistency, and emotional security. And so the moment I feel like I have to compete for love, deuces. So, I mean,
that's fair.
If it's confusing, unsettling, or I don't have a clear place, that's my sign to go. And I just value structure and security even more now. Like knowing when somebody is yours, that just means something to me. And so I've been through so much in life, like to choose confusion over peace, that's a no-no. Like I'm all about peace now, and I'm always going to choose like what feels safe and aligned for me, because I'm not gonna keep going through like my early stages when I was younger and keep going through these cycles of different type of people who are not aligned for me. And so now I know what to look for in a person. So when that future person does come for me, I know what to expect and what to look for now. How about you?
Like, like that's the growth, girl.
Oh yes, yes. And so, like, how about you? Like, would you do a poly, or well, I mean, I know you're married, but I'm just saying, would you do a poly
nowadays, child? That don't matter to some people, but before this episode, I would have said like a straight out just no, because I didn't completely understand, and it didn't make sense to me. And it's easy to quickly just write off something that you don't understand. So that was my thought process, prior to doing some research for understanding.
Yes.
After doing the light research that I did, I needed to understand and everything about this whole polyamorous lifestyle and everything, it really does put things into perspective. I will say that. And so I can honestly say that no.
Oh, okay. I knew what that was.
I could not be in a poly relationship.
Okay. I was about to be shocked. Like, what?
like, girl, no. But I mean, but honestly, like, if I am being honest here, maybe younger me probably would have accepted it. But like, we grow and we change, and I feel like that was probably a phase that I probably would have went through, and that phase is gone. It done passed, child, without even entering in. It just went fly by. But so because older me doesn't feel the same as younger me did, and and younger me didn't have the love that older me has.
Right.
So it wouldn't make sense for me to want to be that type. I'm not judging anybody, because I don't doubt that these people that are in these poly relationships, I don't doubt that they have love for one another. I don't doubt that.
Right.
But it's just not part of my realm of what I have going on, and it's a lot of factors that come into play when that's involved, and me personally, I couldn't see that for myself.
Oh yes, and I said it better than that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, y'all. So if it's anything that you take away from this episode, it should be that not everything trending is meant for you. Everybody wants options until feelings are involved. Don't be a people pleaser, and don't be selfish. Be honest and be true to yourself, and the right one or the right ones will respect you for it. And you might just live a happier, toxic-free life.
I agree with that. I definitely agree.
I mean, hey, you can't go wrong with honesty. The worst it'll do is someone might be a little butthurt at the beginning, but they will respect you for it in the end.
They'll get over it.
Yeah, they will.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, we want to hear from you in the comments. Are you team poly or are you team monogamous? Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also ring the bell so you never miss an episode of SistaTalks.
Yes. And for our sisters who are listening on the go, Thank you for letting us be a part of your daily routine. Make sure you do follow our show and leave us a review, especially if this topic resonated with you. Okay?
Okay, you heard her. All right, leave that review because we wanna listen. We want to read everything. We want to read the comments on YouTube. We want to read the reviews on wherever you're listening to the podcast. Like, we want to get involved. We want this community to be a very engaging community. We want to talk with you all.
Almost definitely. And plus, and then we just want to hear your guys' opinion too, especially on this topic. We would love to hear other people's perspective on team poly or team monogamous. So we can just get a better insight to where other people are coming from.
Exactly. And, and specifically if you are on Team Poly, I really want to hear from you.
Yes.
Because, and it's like not, no disrespect and everything, but I just really, like, from someone who's actually serious, not someone that's playing games, but from someone who's actually serious and everything, I kind of want to hear, like, your perspective on it. And, like, if this was something that you've always wanted, something that just came upon you or whatever, like, just really be honest. And, because you never know who's listening and you never know who you might be helping or whatever. So I just want to know.
Me too, because I'm just really curious, because this has been like a big like debate for a while. So I'm just curious to see what you guys say.
Yeah, we want to know what real people have to say, not just a celebrity. So
I know,
definitely.
Right? Exactly.
But yeah, that's all we have for you guys today. We appreciate you all for listening, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Okay, we love you guys so much, and until next time, I will talk to you later, sis, and I love you so much.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.